What it do, confessors? Happy Sunday. It is November 26th, 2023. And here we are with another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okie dokie. So, you know the rules by now. If you are under 18, you must go away. But I appreciate you and if you're 18 and over, you can stay and play if you've grown that way. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get into some things. But before we do, let me bring up the one and only that one I cannot do without, Miss Dina, aka Christina. Hey, boo, hey.
Hey.
Nice to see you after this lovely weekend of Thanksgiving weekend. How was yours?
Well, first of all, I had food poisoning.
Oh, no.
Then I worked 13 hours on Friday and slept the majority of yesterday. So,
Jeez. How you get food poisoning? What had happened
girl,
was...
I went to this. Well, actually, I didn't go. My boss said, "Do you want something to eat?" Because I had a crazy schedule on Tuesday, and I was like, "Yeah, you can bring me back something from wherever you're going to." So she said she was going to Taco Mayo. So I said, "Okay." I looked at the menu, and I was like, "Okay, bring me a chicken melt quesadilla." Shit was fire while I was eating it. And then later on that night, like Tuesday night, like right after we got off the Baddies live, my stomach started feeling weird. So then I was like, I know this feeling. Next thing you know, bathroom all damn night,
Oh,
both places. So whatever. So I'm throwing up, I'm in the bathroom, all that good shit. So I start to feel a little bit better. So I was supposed to be watching the front desk Wednesday so they could have a meeting. I made it through the meeting, and then I was like, when are y'all gonna be done? Because I got to go. And so then they got done. I text my boss and I said, I don't feel good. I'm going home. I might be back. I don't know. And I went on home. And then Thursday, I went to the hotel to eat because I had to work Friday, so I didn't go home. And so then, of course, I ate food. It was great. An hour later, that was a wrap. And then what's today? Sunday. So then I think Friday was the first day I was able to keep food down
okay.
after I worked 13 hours,
Well,
which I was,
glad you made it out on the other side of that
and
and
I
all
wasn't
that good
intending
stuff.
on doing that, but I was, I went in at 9 thinking I was, going, work to like maybe 5 or something like that. And then these people had to come set up for their event. That was the next day, and they didn't leave till 9. So there's that.
Okay, okay. Well, let's get into it then. So we already know what's going on. Disclaimer: this channel does not promote violence, bullying, or hate. Everything said in this video is public knowledge and or allegedly. This video is for entertainment purposes only. We go solely off of what we see on the show and have heard on social media. And you know what it is. If you or anyone you know is suffering or going through some things, there is always help on the other side. And please do not hesitate to get it. Okay, so with that being said, we did see Fletcher talking to Lil Fletcher today
Mm-hmm.
on this episode, I mean, and they got deep into some things about Lil Fletcher's, depression possibly and all of that. He really went deep into a couple of things of how he's been feeling and how he copes and
Mm-hmm.
and as Fletcher, as a father, seeing him go through that, I think I see how they can go to Fletcher over now because Fletcher is very much more calm. He
Mm-hmm.
seems like it's just something about Fletcher that just seems a lot. That's just more common than Nell, who's just quick to go off. And I see why they go to Fletcher over Nell.
Man, I mean, I see it too. Just because I feel like he was a little bit more sensitive
What up,
to.
Monique?
He was a little bit more sensitive to the everything that was going on. I don't know if Nell would have been like, well, I think you just saying that because you want your dogs back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She just seemed like,
she don't want to give that dog up, the dogs up either way. It's something about it. She don't want to give them up. I think that's what it is. Because it always circles back to her about the dogs, it seems.
Right.
I need to see these dogs.
Right. Because this is something serious.
And I wonder, does he have them back now in real time? Like at some point, does she give them back to him? Has she given them back to him? Like, do we got the dogs? Because now that it's out there, I know she probably like, okay, how is people going to view this? Should I give her the dog back to look right or not? Because you ain't even got on the show, on the show to get dogs yet. Just wait. Just wait.
Wait, and not only that, you like, how you gonna take care of these dogs? You ain't got no job. Your brother done fired you.
True that. How is he getting by? And if you just wandering the streets at 3:00, oh, honey, what are you doing? What is on the streets at 3:00 in the morning?
I mean, now don't get me wrong. I have, like was stressed out. Now I don't know who he lived with because normally I do this when I got people in my house. But I have just gotten a car and drove around, put my favorite groove song on, just to clear my mind at all hours of the day and night.
Okay, is he riding around? That's a lot of gas, or is he walking around? I just need to know.
I mean, to my understanding, he got a car.
Yeah, but exactly. But he could still be walking. That's what I'm just saying. Is he safe? And but anyway, I hope that they do eventually end up getting to therapy because that's what's needed. But I just wanted to play just a little bit of it because he was real about it.
Since family dinner, so where you been?
That was a lot going on there.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Folks arguing, storming out.
Yeah, Lexi kind of went
left.
Yeah, real quick. Time passes by, she comes back, apologized. How do you feel about the dinner besides Lexi overall?
There was a lot of bullshit brought up.
What do you mean?
I still don't understand the whole thing with Lexi, and I was hoping we was gonna get that.
Okay, you did. He did. He said.
No, I want to see Lexi herself.
But I mean, I honestly believe that is it because she came back and apologized. And he even, they haven't got to it right there. But even when he talks to Martell, he says that whatever the other kid got a Mercedes and she felt like she should have got a Mercedes too, which again goes to my point of saying, if she wasn't in the home or, for example, since she's older, maybe their money wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for her to get a car, she had to, work and save to get a car because their money wasn't like that. But then you go 5 or 6 years down the road and business is better, taxes, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then the other kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I went to regular school, not the sister, but right beneath me, but the two right beneath them went to private school. You know what I'm saying? So my daddy money was different.
It's different for everyone.
Always seems like you leave yourself out or you're missing. You're not around.
I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like if I stay to myself and a lot of stuff that I do, I ain't gotta worry about people. Just so many opinions or saying I'm not doing something right. Ain't nothing wrong with taking criticism, but I realize being around the family a lot, it's a lot of it. I mean, of course we love each other. I love y'all, but I got a lot. I be trying to.
I mean, is y'all going to tattoo shops? Because he is tatted all the way up.
And you know what's crazy? The brokest people be the most tatted up. I don't understand.
For real. And so I'm just wondering, but he's...
Like I told you, I be to myself. Lance got a problem with me. Mom got a problem with me.
It seems like the whole family got a problem with him.
Issues.
Do you not see something that we as a family may see in you, that there's something that maybe we need to help Chris with? Or
I just feel like we all got issues.
and we do.
I feel like all
we
the...
do.
That's fact.
Nobody's perfect, but that's what family's for. You're supposed to come together, discuss these issues to try to help each other out. So
Well, I hope they do go get the counseling. Because
I thought this was a really good segment, because even like when we was on like Love and Marriage DC, yeah, it's DC, with Jamie and little Jamie.
mm-hmm.
I really think it's important that men have these conversations, with their sons. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that with women, we always like, girl, if you don't feel good, don't go to work. Girl, if you don't feel good, stay at home. Like, talk to me, call me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like men don't have those conversations with their son. Like, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to come and talk to me about it. And I was about in tears when Chris said, you can call me anytime, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever, because I'd rather have you call me than out in the streets. Because, of course, we all know that, and I'm not trying to be judgmental or nothing, because I love the tattoos. I got my own, they're not out there, but I love tattoos too. But you a young black man that's tattooed up, that is probably cold, and you're wearing a hoodie, and you look and fit the profile of something that's going on, and we want you to come home safely. So
exactly.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? That he said, call me instead of being out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because you riding around, and he probably if he riding around, and he probably do got a nice ride. What they thinking about some young black man riding around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, either left the club and he drunk, he out selling drugs, or going to get drugs. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 whatever. So, and if he walking around, if they live in a decent neighborhood, why you walking around here? Why you ain't at home? Why you out in the middle of the night? You know what I'm saying? In this day and age, we know a routine traffic stop can end badly. So I appreciated that.
For sure. And that was a really good segment, powerful. It needed to be shown. I'm glad they showing it. I'm glad they showing the drama side, and they showing the deep side, and how they can come together as a family. We getting both of them. They didn't just give us all that drama shit, which is what we mostly get when people are first coming on. But we getting it all, and that's
it's beautiful, because sometimes you get all the drama. Maybe like they're kind of switching the format, because we saw Kiki and Tiffany trying to fix things. We saw Chris and Chris Jr. Trying to figure out how they can fix him and get him some help. You saw Chris and Martell. Of course, their relationship is on the mend, because he finally moved out the damn house. And then, they had to talk about Nell, which I think Martell underglossed what really happened.
That's what Martell does.
So I can't wait to see Chris's reaction when he sees it in real time.
Right.
Talk to Linnell.
Oh my gosh. I was like, where is Chris?
What happened? Because she said it got a little heated.
Your wife, she do be disrespecting sometimes.
Truthful or disrespectful?
No, I would say it's disrespectful.
And that was a great question.
I would say that. Just saying certain things that I feel that you shouldn't even be saying.
What do you mean?
I'm not for a woman to overly disrespect a man. Overly. Like, I'm gonna check her if she's being disrespectful to me beyond measure. What
you mean, check her?
I mean, period. I don't care who it is. One thing about it, I'm gonna tell a woman, like, don't disrespect no man if you don't want a man to disrespect you.
Was it disrespectful or was it real? I mean, you just didn't want to hear it.
It can be real and disrespectful at the same time. She had said, you think Melody felt a certain way when you cheated on her? Like, she just had to take up for Melody for almost everything. And I'm like, dang, now you have to come at me like that.
She gets very
Mel is
excited, or some say passionate when she talks.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what you're saying she was. not so much as disrespectful.
And I just feel that, you know, even keep addressing that, I feel now is disrespectful now, though. You know, I don't feel that should be even.
See, Mel is still a trigger for him still. If she had brung up Mel, he wouldn't have went off like he did. Mel is just a trigger for him. That's it. That's all. But I wonder how triggered he is by this Christmas song and video that she just came out with.
Well, because that is my man, Denzel Dandridge is my man in my head, girl. I was like,
oh my!
I said, Millie didn't stole my man.
Oh. Well, you know, she had to pay it for. Oh,
you know, I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her, but I mean, you know, I know that she, he a little youngin, so she probably old enough to be his auntie for real.
Oh, well, damn.
I don't know about mama, cause he in his how old is Mel? 40.
38, something like that. She's almost 40. She's not 40 quite yet.
Yeah, I think he's in like 24, 25, something like that. So, anywho, but you know he's still bothered by this name change because even in the confessional, he was like, "Yeah, her new name." Or Chris, he was like, "Yeah, her new name," and it's like, "Nigga, it wasn't like you know how people be having the same last name and get married, and then she went and changed it to a new name. You know what I'm saying? It's not a new name; it's her old name."
He just bothered, period. But Chris made sure to remind him, like, you keep saying Melody Holt. But what bothers me, and I don't understand, you made all of this fuss about this, that, and the third, yet you are still going by Melody Holt on social media, at least on IG and I think Twitter still. So why did you change it from your social media? You could have did that without being anything on paper.
Whatever you want on Instagram. But let's talk about why Martell's so damn bothered about this name change while somebody purse sitting on the counter.
Let's talk about that, shall we?
Who purse sitting on the counter that they had to hurry up and snatch up?
Why are they on the counter? Did I get this? Oh, it's not that. Well, this is when they moved it. It was moved by this point. But yes,
all the evidence
of some other ones because I was like, hold up, what is going on?
Some of the pictures was because his
was Inspector Gadget because I did not see that
with them raggedy ass socks with the feet hanging out of them. Who the fuck buys socks with the toes hanging out? Unless you wearing them with some thongs or something.
I don't understand. Why is he wearing those?
Like I could understand if you'd have said you'd have had surgery on your feet or something. But you had surgery on your eye. So I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what did you have surgery on here? Are you sure you only had surgery on? Yep, there goes the purse. Whose purse is it? Now we need to go back and be looking at people's purses. Whose purse is it? Pursegate.
You need to send that picture to what's his name? Mark.
I need to check on Mark actually. But yes.
Because Chris came over there by himself.
To her.
Right. So it ain't Nell's for sure. Whose purse is it? It's somebody's purse, definitely.
I mean, unless Martell or Chris want to tell us something.
Yeah, I'm gonna need somebody to tell us something.
I mean,
Ariane said I'm going to be in the scene one way or another, even if it's just her purse.
Well.
Jam.
Oh, jam.
You know it, Lodi. You know it. But yeah, the only other thing that really happened to really talk about this episode is the Whitlows have said goodbye. The Whitlows, Tiffany and Big Blue, have decided to leave the show for the better of their family.
We have one more thing.
And I am proud and I support the decision they have made. I know Monique is quite giddy if she is still in the chat. I'm surprised Ma didn't make a rendezvous over here and make a whole celebration out of it. Yeah, so they kept it really real as they could. This episode, I think y'all wanted transparency. They really gave it this last scene for them. They gave it to us.
Well, they gave it to us late, but either or. I mean, of course, this leaves the door open for them to come back later on, and you might see cameos. However many more seasons Carlos decides to drag this out, but
yeah. Monique, let's not be evil. 'Tis the season. Okay, honey, 'tis the season. We're not going to be evil, Monique. But
so BB's not here to choose violence, and Monique stepped in her place. Okay, we
appreciate. I shoot. Like I said, hey, who knows?
It's one thing to wake up in the morning and just be like, okay, I'm sad. My thoughts are sadder than usual. I feel like I'm not worthy. I physically don't feel attractive. Mentally, I'm all over the place. And then have to verbalize that. You have to get your makeup done at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning because I have a whole day of work in the middle. And then we film at night. Sometimes we're filming at like 9 o'clock at night. The baby's with us. So it's like, it's hard. Then when you think about the expectations of other people.
And notice you haven't seen them much on this last second half of the season.
Oh, you should fire these people. These people should not be married. He's going to leave his wife. He's going to cheat on her. Didn't you just hear that your wife's a cheater? The mean things that people say.
Oh, I know. I mean, we got a glimpse of that initially when we first came on the show, and that was one level of it.
One of the dark sides of social media is people really try to take you down. A lot of people have petitioned for you to be fired. A lot of people have labeled you messy, trifling, rude. How are you handling that?
We're talking about hundreds of thousands of people. I was surprised I didn't jump off a bridge.
And I feel like when you got this round of it, it was definitely much more severe. I know things are uneasy, but it shouldn't be because of a show. It shouldn't be because of reality TV. And I feel like ultimately we have to truly ask ourselves, is this the best thing for us? Like, real talk. And my thing is, I don't want to lose you.
When evaluating my options, I believe a real break or slowdown could be necessary.
So, hey, you got to do what you got to do for the better of your family. And I think Tiff finally realized that Big Will was right the whole time. And she had to kick herself in the head over it. Because he tried to tell her from the beginning, look, you really want this? You are not ready for this. You think you can do it all, and you cannot. And now that she can't, she's like put herself like slightly back in a little depression. And this is what he didn't want, and this is exactly what happened.
So, but I'm glad he's there for her, and he didn't say "I told you so," even though the rest of America, or whoever watches in these foreign countries that I be using their YouTube to watch it because I don't have time to sit through the commercials. But yeah, okay, bye y'all. Let's talk about what's the name? Thought she was pregnant and Marceau had a vasectomy. So I'm gonna let you.
So for some reason, right? Tish decides to think that she's pregnant, and Marceau has had a whole entire vasectomy. Now it's funny because back in the day, a lot of people used to play that Marceau lied and say he had a vasectomy when they wanted to make it true that he had illegitimate out here. And you know, all the time she's like, no, it can't happen, no, it can't happen. And now here she go up here talking about she pregnant.
Maybe it didn't take, but the pregnancy test was negative, so there's that.
Yeah, like
But
why would you even think that in the first place? Tiff really, I mean,
okay, pause.
really just
I'll
needed
be right back. I gotta let Kimar out right back.
Okay, Tish, baby, honey really needed a scene. Honey really needed a scene because what was that even for? We didn't even need that. We did not even need that. But okay, they needed to fill the void of the episode. Okay, that's fine. So also what happened this episode was Kiki and Tiffany, they finally came to an understanding.
Is that you said that I was coming for you.
Monique.
And I wholeheartedly disagree with that statement. And I want to know, why do you feel that I have ever come for you, or that I am coming for you?
When we were at the spa, and I walked in the room and the whole conversation pivoted to me. So that made me feel like you were coming for me.
Tiffany, I heard that you insinuated that you didn't like the things that I had to say.
But Tiffany knows she can dish it. That's why I don't understand. Like that is one thing. Girl, Tiffany, girlfriend. Now you know you can dish it out. So you should know what is coming, girl. You should know.
Conversation with her where you were pretty much bashing me and saying that you didn't think that I was a good cousin and you really didn't want to get to know me because you can't trust me based off of what I've done to her, yada, yada, yada. And
I don't think I was bashing you. It really wasn't a bash. It was if this person treats you in that capacity, then they definitely could treat me that way. And so there's no reason for me to go above and beyond to get to know that person.
Do you know what else she's done to me?
No.
You have no idea. No idea. Trust me, you have no freaking idea. How do you feel like it's fair to judge the dynamics of our relationship and the things that have been done to me?
I was actually proud of them both for not going over the top, but it looked like Kiki was ready to. I think they might have had to stop for a second and let her regroup because she was really.
Nothing of. Don't judge me based off of that relationship. No.
I feel like Tiffany likes to be shady, but she doesn't like confrontation. So Baby Ace is definitely Tiffany's bodyguard, but he's the best bodyguard.
Yes.
I never wanted there to be a beef between. I never anticipated there being a beef between us. You know, so it kind of stunned me, so to speak, especially when I see things like, you know, you saying to Mel, well, you know, I don't know if she's a good person. Is this somebody we would want around our circle? You just started saying things just to try to make me look bad.
No, I don't think it was to make you look bad, but I am tired of like every time someone was asking me a question, it's like you and Kiki. I'm like, what, why is it got to be me and Kiki? Like, why does it have to be a thing? Like, why? It's a thing because everybody made it a thing.
I thought that we were in the stages.
So at the end of this scene, they did end up, you know, saying, you know, let's let bygones be bygones, so to speak. We was both in the wrong, and there is no need for this. And I'm very happy that she decided to make amends with her before she left the show. Yeah. So now I don't feel that she has any bad blood. But it's funny because, you know, Mel's supposed to be your girl. You ain't have a last, you know, scene with Mel. That's your girl. Right. So that was kind of, we did, yeah. So that was a little off for me. I'm like, okay, we ain't even getting no more of her, Mel, but it's over. So maybe they will come back, maybe they won't. But by the time they decide to, Carlos better have be done with this damn franchise because it's got about 2 more years left. I mean, you want to bring the Fletchers on, that'll entice for another season, yes. But I don't know what you're gonna do after that. So we'll see.
I mean, I feel like they're bringing them on because the Whitlows were exiting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see what will happen after we get a taste of them, and then we're like, okay,
well, maybe they'll add. They're doing it so that they can add a little more spice into the thing and get people, because I'm pretty sure people are talking about it's the same people arguing all the time. It's the same lines with Maurice, what's her name, and Melody and Martell really don't film together unless it's in a group setting. You know what I'm saying? And
even if she do, she don't speak to
and
him.
to be honest, minus Kimmy's health situation, which I'm so glad she pulled through. So don't take this as any disrespect, but her and Maurice are kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you gotta add, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And people tired of seeing Tisha and Marceau and the way he talks to women and all that. Like, it's getting old. You gotta revamp and add some more dynamics to it, because it can't be every time the girls get together they picking on one person. It's either they picking on Tisha because of the Espo, or you know what I'm saying, or Melody, about her and Martell and the cheating. That's all done, overplayed with. Y'all divorce signed, sealed, delivered. Y'all both single now. You know what I'm saying? The most interesting thing is, whose damn purse is that on the counter?
Whose purse is it? Whose purse is it?
But
I would love to know as well.
But I do want to say that I do appreciate the episode with them, really delving into Tiffany's postpartum. Like, Lou told her in the beginning, we ain't in our 20s and 30s, we was popping out kids before or whatever. So and then, you add on the show, you add on the work, you add on him, traveling for work. It's not the same situation, you know what I'm saying, as it was before. So,
yeah. But I wish them all the best, and I hope that, she continues to post so we can keep in touch with her. And I'm going to definitely keep in touch with her and DM her and make sure she's good. And, baby Ace grows up to be a nice, young, healthy young man out here in these Huntsville streets, and hopefully change the game in these Huntsville streets, because if there's any hope for it, we need some. Because what's going on up in here.
See, I wish the kids was a little bit older, because of course this ain't soap opera time where, they babies for 2 years and all of a sudden they teenagers wreaking havoc for 5 years and now they adults and they taking over. This ain't, this is real time. Because I would like to see, like, some of these shows, like all these kids that grew up together, what their dynamic is, outside of their parents. That would be interesting.
You're going to make I'm sure there's going to be a whole thing of that coming up in the future. There's so many kids growing up now, because reality TV has been going on for so long that these reality TV stars have had kids and now grown up, and now they can be stars themselves. Yeah, so I think we're going to see a lot of shows with a lot of reality TV stars kids.
Like Nene's kids, Kim's kids, and Candy's kids, like on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where they could start getting married and having families and take over, just like with the Love and Hip Hop. Scrappy's daughter is of age now, and there's lots of other people. Kirk and Rashida got kids around their age. Like, that would be interesting.
Yeah, and of course we'll get that. I mean, we always hear, people talk about, shows that will be so good in the future. And a lot of people say, yeah, it's going to be all about the reality TV stars kids in the next couple of years, because they're at the age where they're getting grown. I mean, look at the Kardashian kids. They're about to be able to do their own spinoff in a minute, because they've grown themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids out here.
Something, I'm waiting to see that Mason, because Mason be on it, boy.
Man,
was that
if they can get Mason and North on a show together, because they be telling it, because North ain't got no shame telling Kim off and letting her know what's good, and anybody else. She is definitely her daddy's daughter.
North and Mason ain't got no filter.
None whatsoever. None. I mean, they grew up with these cameras, so they grew up, their lifestyle is completely different. The way they are is completely different from their families who had to, who became in front of the camera at some point when they already older, besides Kendall and Kylie. They were the youngest ones, but still they were conscious and knowing of things before they became famous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to see these type of shows come out in the future. They are future entertainment. Good Lord. Good Lord. Let us pray. Let us pray for all. Anything you want to add to this episode?
No, I really think Carlos is delving into the mental illness side of things, which I appreciate. Even with the counseling, when Martell went to counseling, and I'm pretty sure Melody needs some too. She might not have it filmed, but first of all, reality TV. First of all, let's start with life takes a toll on you. A mother, a family with 4 kids divorcing, that takes toll on them and the kids. So I hope they all got counseling for that. And then if they counseling
put reality on top of it.
Yeah. So, I'm saying, life be life on its own. And then you put your life in front of a TV screen, and just a small little bit of taste of it when, I did that interview with Kamisha. Like, it took me days. I'm talking about days, maybe even going into the weeks before I read the comments. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a one-time deal. So imagine getting up on and being on the screen every week, and people are commenting like you and I are commenting. I don't mean any malicious intent, but there are those Twitter bullies and what do they call them? Keyboard thugs, gangsters, out there that sit and troll the celebrities and ain't got nothing nice to say about nobody ever. So I can imagine that, day in and day out, week after week, year after year of being bludgeoned to unalivement on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because people have no chill, no filter, and no thoughts for what the fuck nobody else is going through. I mean, I feel at some point, and it should be already, therapy and counseling should be a given for people who go on a reality show, who come on TV, period, and decide to expose their life for whatever. Because keep on saying, "Oh, you signed up for this," can only go so far. That's some bullshit.
Because we have to take into consideration. Yes, there's some where, hey, I don't like her wig, you know what I'm saying, or I don't like her outfit, and then we keep it moving. But there's other people that blow up pictures, downgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like, we make jokes, behind the scenes before we get here. Like, Martell's little raggedy feet, and I'm gonna say, because he a grown ass man, his little raggedy feet. I don't know why you was getting your eyes checked when you should have been getting a pedicure and finding socks that don't have your toes hanging out. Like,
there has to be a reason to that, because there is no way he would be on camera doing that. I need to know why.
Because as stylish as he is, I just don't, because I know the socks are purposely made like that. You know what I'm saying? Because both feet, same amount of, it wasn't like one sock was full and one sock had holes in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was both socks was the same. I personally don't know the point in buying socks with your toes hanging out. Now, I know people get the gloves with your fingers hanging out so you can type on your phone, but you need to be smart like me and get the one where on your thumb and your forefinger has a little satin piece so you can still do your phone with while you got your gloves on. But yeah, something is totally off with that. And there's people like me and you who will just gloss over it, make a couple quick jokes and keep it moving. It's real light. But there are other people who are going to go in on Tiffany, going to go in on Tisha and Kimmy and all that. So day in and day out, woo.
No.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I hope he wasn't out there being bad.
Well, that pretty much sums up this episode. I don't even remember what the scenes are for next week. Honestly, don't. Oh yeah. I remember seeing them, but I don't remember what they were. I am honestly just ready for the season to be. I'm ready for them to get to wherever they go, wherever they at the showdown. I am ready for the showdown. Whenever that is, that's what I want to see. Then I'm ready for the season to be over so I can see the finale. Boom, boom, shebang. That's it. That's all I need because everybody gonna be there and I know some shit about to go. And then the girl, whoever purse that is on the table, is the girl that's gonna be at Martell's room when they go to the hippie kaye. Perhaps. Who knows? We'll find out. But it'll be interesting to see how Mel reacts to it. I'm sure she's gonna act like she gives two fucks, as she should. But we know she probably could a little bit. Like, who's this bitch coming on my show with my ex, bumping up with my ex? You know. But I miss seeing the kids on the show, the M&M kids. I miss seeing them on the show so much. Boss Lady, Tank, Leah, all of them. Just everybody, you know. I miss the children.
Yeah, well, people didn't know how to act right when the kids was on there.
And especially Sugar Mama. She could have her own show. Sugar Mama, I miss seeing her. I know she getting so big. We don't get to see them much because they don't post so much either. But I'm hoping after this battle and everything is done and over with, we can start seeing more pictures of them because I know Sugar Mama's so big by now. Aw, I used to post her every Saturday. Sugar Mama, Sugar Mama. I miss her. Yeah. Okay. So that will do it. So that's going to do it for this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Goodbye to the Whitlows. And I wish y'all well, peace, prosperity. And Tiffany, I wish you wellness and health and all of that good stuff as well. Big Lou, wishing you well on all of the coaching and all of that good stuff. Now included, all of that. There is an app for Now Included for those. It is a very good app where it shares stories and doctors and everything for Black people and medical histories and all of that good stuff. I can't even explain it enough because I'm a little drunk and very blowed right now. But tomorrow we will be back for Monday Mayhem, Sons of Anarchy season 6, episodes 7 and 8. Ooh, this is where Tara do that thing she do. Okay, yes. So we will have that tomorrow. So make sure y'all here at 10 o'clock for that. And of course, we will be back Tuesday on Dina's channel, # The Receipt Queen, for Baddies East and all of that good stuff. So make sure you are following us, you are subscribed, and you have got that bell going on in case YouTube wants to be nice and actually notify y'all when we go on. If they would be so gracious.
I am gonna start doing my notifications earlier. Like, I know sometimes I'll be, working, and I'll do it before I leave work or whatever. But I'm gonna start doing it in advance, because then if people see it, they can go to your channel, and then they can even do the second notification by hitting notify me, because I think I'm gonna start getting the lives out there earlier.
Yeah, I tried to do that too. I actually already put the live out there for Sons of Anarchy before I even did the one for tonight.
All right.
So let's both try to remind each other to be good on that. That's going to be our New Year's resolution. We will be better on doing that, setting up earlier, ahead of time as much as possible. There you go. We're going to do that. Okay. All right. Well, on that note, y'all, we is going to be out of here, and we will see everybody on tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. We out this nasty thing.